When you start selling commercial property insurance, you'll find that the business owner's building is typically the most important and valuable thing that they have to insure. Now, because of that, it's their biggest asset, and if they've been working 20 or 30 years, most likely that's already paid for, and there's not a bank that's asking for proof of insurance to make sure that you did your work correctly. So, you got to do it right. How do you do it right? Insuring to value. There's a couple things that you really got to pay attention to, and one is using that building loss cost estimator to figure out the full replacement cost of your customer's building. You need to know the square feet. You need to know the year built, the type of construction, how far it is from a fire department, if it's fully sprinklered, when was the last time that they had their sprinkler riser checked, if they've got a sprinkler system in the building. All those things are super, super important, but probably the most important of all is avoiding a coinsurance penalty in case of a loss. Okay, most policies you're going to be required to disclose that you want to insure at 80 or 90% or even 100% insured to value. And we're going to cover another video on coinsurance to talk more about that because it is rather complicated. However, if you put that on there with special causes of loss and the proper insurance value, you are going to know that your customer's building is insured properly in the event of a loss, a total loss, or even a partial loss. The data is the key. Now, what if your business owner has multiple buildings? It's a great idea, and we do it 100% of the time to write the coverage on a blanket basis, meaning if you've got two $5 million buildings and you write a blanket policy for $5 million each, and it's $10 million total blanket limit, let's say one of the buildings has a total loss and the other one doesn't at all. And when they go to rebuild building one that burned down and it actually costs $6 million, well, you've got enough limit there with the blanket coverage to accommodate that. It's a great rule of thumb to follow when you're doing property coverage to do blanket if there's multiple buildings. Special cause of loss is going to get you the most covered perils, and completing that Accord 140 form in full will prevent you from making a mistake as long as you couple that with using a building replacement cost estimator from one of your carrier's websites. We'll cover another video on coinsurance, on loss cost estimators, as well as special perils versus basic and broad in a later video. Hope you enjoyed.